Good evening, fellow Instant Potters and pressure cookers. I am going to cook a really simple recipe tonight. We had dance, so I'm running in, trying to get supper cooked really quick. So we're making Instant Pot Crack Chicken, and it is a really quick and easy recipe. It only has roughly 6 ingredients, so you can make it more, but it is has very few ingredients. It calls for bacon, chicken breasts, chicken broth, Hidden Valley Ranch packet, mayonnaise, shredded cheese. You can do green onions, you can do jalapenos, whatever you want to add to maybe spice it up. I do not add the green onions or the jalapenos when I'm making it for my family because they don't like it being spicy and they don't like onions. And tonight I'm also going to cheat a little bit on cooking because, you know, you can always change the recipes to your liking. You don't have to cook it just like the recipe says. Once you get comfortable with your pressure cooker, that is probably the smartest thing you can do. So I'm gonna make this a little bit easier on myself tonight, where it calls for a pound of bacon. Here's my pound of bacon. Well, I'm gonna put this back in the fridge because I'm not gonna use this, because at the beginning of the recipe, you're supposed to saute the pound of bacon in the bottom. Not doing that tonight. I am cheating. I am using real bacon pieces. Now, do not use the fake bacon bits. You wanna use the real bacon pieces. That's what's gonna make the difference. And you're not gonna be able to really tell because you do clean the bacon grease out of the bottom when you get ready to make your chicken. So it's not anything that the recipe is gonna miss. So I'm gonna do a little cheating tonight since I'm in a hurry. So I'm gonna start off by adding the chicken and the cream cheese and the chicken broth to the Instant Pot and sprinkle the ranch seasoning over it, and then we're gonna get all that cooking and everything. So stand by for that. But I do wanna tell you that I've gotten some requests for some healthier recipes in our pressure cooker, so I'm gonna do that coming up soon. I'm also gonna make a cheesecake. I have never made a cheesecake in the Instant Pot before, so I'm gonna try to make that this weekend. So I hope that turns out great for y'all. And then also I have had some requests for tips how to use the pressure cooker and Instant Pot. And then, like, you know, what are some hacks for pressure cookers? So that's coming up as well. I'm already working on that. So stand by for all that. So we're about to get started with our crack chicken recipe. Super simple. People have made this in crock pots for a long time. This is gonna be a quicker method in order for your family to enjoy it. Instead of it cooking for 4 hours or 6 hours, this is just gonna be a matter of 20 to 30 minutes and you're gonna have it and it's gonna be ready to go. So stand by and we're gonna start adding our ingredients into our pressure cooker. Okay, so we're going to start adding our ingredients into the pressure cooker. So 4 chicken breasts. And this is just really, really a great, it's almost like a summer barbecue or something, you know, like how you make pulled pork sandwiches. It's really a good meal and everybody in the family always loves it. So, and then you're gonna use 8 ounces of cream cheese. Put that on top. And then I'm going to pour the chicken broth over the chicken. And then sprinkle with the ranch seasoning. So we're gonna sprinkle this on top. And I mean, I honestly, you can't put too much of this, honestly, because I love ranch seasoning. It's like ranch can season anything to me. Can't go wrong with ranch. I guess that's kind of like a Southern thing. We love our ranch dressing down here. Okay, so that's all you need. And I got a few clumps, so I'm gonna spread that out a little bit. Okay, so then you just take your top and you place your top, just like you always do. Close it. Make sure that this knob is turned to sealing and not to venting. Then you're gonna pressure cook this for 15 minutes. So I'm gonna use my pressure cook button and set it to 15 minutes and then let it cook. And of course I'm gonna watch and make sure that it goes to pressure, make sure that this button does rise up here. And then once it is done cooking for 15 minutes, I'm gonna let it natural pressure release for 5 and then quick release the rest of the pressure. So stand by. Okay, so we have already been cooking for 15 minutes and natural pressure release for 5. So now I'm releasing the remaining pressure from the pressure cooker. And it won't take long because it's already natural pressure released for 5 minutes. So we're just waiting for the silver button to go down. This meal is just really easy. It takes probably a total of 35 minutes to do everything. The next step is taking the chicken out and whisking the cream cheese mixture until it gets thicker. And you gotta shred the chicken. So there's an easier way to shred chicken than just by hand. So I shred the chicken by putting it in my mixer. And so that will be completely shredded. I can dump it back into my cooker. And then I add the mayonnaise and cheese and bacon and mix it all up. Okay, so we're now depressurized, so we can take the lid off. So we're going to pull this out just a little bit. Okay, so just so you can kind of get a look, the chicken and the cream cheese, it's kind of, it's cooked for a little bit. It's kind of got like a real inconsistent look right now, but hang on just a minute and then it will be fine. It'll be mixed really well. Because we're gonna turn this back on to saute. Put that cream cheese back in here. This chicken breasts were so big. Okay. So I've got all the chicken breasts out and they're falling apart. Okay. So then we're going to turn this on saute mode, and it's just going to be normal saute. So we got to turn this off. We got to turn the pressure cooker off in order to start the saute method. So I'm going to turn the saute on. We want it to normal, and then I'm going to whisk the cream cheese and the broth together so it won't be, won't have any clumps. It'll be a little thicker. So it doesn't take but just a minute. So let's just whisk. Just give you a quick look. See how much more smoother it is. You want it to be as smooth as possible when you mix the chicken in. So that's just really simple. Okay, and then we'll go back and we're gonna shred the chicken, and then we're gonna add the chicken and the mayonnaise and the cheese and mix that all together. So I'm going to go ahead and shred my chicken. Okay, so now we've got the cream cheese mixture all mixed together well, no clumps left. We've got our chicken shredded. Okay, and I have turned my pressure cooker off of the saute mode because now I'm gonna add the chicken. And one good thing about shredding it in the mixer is you also don't burn your hands on the hot chicken, so it really helps. So I'm gonna mix the chicken and the ranch cream cheese mixture so that you can see what I'm doing. And you can over shred the chicken in the hand mixer, so don't, or your KitchenAid, whatever kind of mixer you have, so don't put it in there and forget it, because it will be like mush and the consistency is not good. So now I'm gonna add the mayonnaise. If you have family members that do not like mayonnaise, just don't tell them it's in here, because they will never know. Okay. Okay, and now I'm going to add the shredded cheese. It takes 2 cups of shredded cheese, so you may just want to add a little bit at a time, maybe a cup at a time. This makes for a great Wednesday night meal before church, after dance meal. Like I said, we were running in from dance tonight, so I needed something quick to make. So this meal is really quick, so it's something that everybody likes, and it doesn't take very long. Because, I mean, families really get tired of the same old thing. I mean, you can only have pizza and hot dogs and macaroni and cheese so often. So I like to really vary it. So I do create a menu for my family because I shop for 2 weeks at a time. So I like to create my menu 2 weeks out. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm going to... and I'm adding the bacon bits now. That doesn't mean that I'm absolutely set in stone what I'm gonna cook on what night. It can move, but at least I have an idea, and I'm not feeding my family the exact same thing every night. So that is where this pressure cooker comes into play. We can't always remember to set things out in the morning or turn the crock pot on in the morning. This really alleviates a lot of a mom's forgetfulness, because it can be the savior for us, because we can whip up something really tasty really quick. So that is why I love a pressure cooker. So you can look how nice this chicken looks. It's all mixed well. It has cheese, it has cream cheese. So for you dairy lovers like myself, you've got cream cheese, you've got cheese in it. You could use more cheese if you wanted to, but anyway, so lots of good stuff going on in here. And I love ranch dressing. So I would eat ranch dressing on everything if I could. So now this can be either placed on a lettuce leaf or hamburger bun, bread if you just have bread. And then you can pair it with vegetables if you want to add vegetables, or potato chips if you're in a hurry like we are tonight. And you've got something the kids will gobble down. So this is a simple dish. I enjoy making this dish, and everybody that I've ever made it for has loved it too. So I will put the recipe in the comments section. So please feel free to go and download this recipe and make it. It is so easy. So I look forward to cooking more for y'all in the upcoming weeks, and just look out for my tip video, my hack video. I want to help others who are very intimidated by pressure cookers, because there's nothing to be intimidated by. This is not your grandmother's pressure cooker. This is innovative, it's easy to use, nothing to be afraid of. So if you have any ideas, you can contact me, and I will be glad to try to make a video to help you with whatever your issues might be with a pressure cooker. So have a good night.